Hey guys, alright, so I'm gonna try to get another video here. I probably just uploaded the video from last Friday, which was insane in the city. It's like the first scene of the Fast and the Furious, the original movie. One of the early scenes when he pulls into that like street race where they're organizing the race. That's what it was like. It was surreal. This is absolutely insane what's going on here. Tonight I'm heading over to the car wash. I want to get my car detailed, so I'm going to take a little bit of time here and clean it, get it clean real nice, because tomorrow we are going to Bear Mountain. So I'm going with the LI Beamers group. They've done this before. I haven't done it with them. I've never even been to the Bear Mountain. Don't even really know where it is. I think it's about 2.5 hours from here. But we're going to head up there, probably going to rip around. I bought radios, and this is going to be my first like real sort of rally experience. So I'm incredibly excited. So let's hit the road. I'm going to try to film some cool driving if anything happens, and we'll see you when we get there. Open sesame. Trying to film for you guys, but this is really a great stretch to rip on, and I'm stuck behind a fucking Saturn doing 35 miles an hour, so. Just picked up a raccoon. He's out there. That's all zoom I got. We just made it to the car wash. I'm going to kind of show you what my process is, and we're going to kind of go through this together. Yeah, let's get to it. So for context, the reason that we're at, like a car wash place like this is because I live in an apartment, and you're not allowed to wash your car there, and even if I could, there's just no space for it. So I have to come to a place like this, and all I do when I come here, I use the pressure washer and the air dryer. And that's it. I bring everything else, like everything that I use. So I'm going to go through that. I'm going to show you how neurotic I am. But you got to be crazy when you want to keep your paint looking like this. Which this car is filthy right now. Maybe you can see it if we go like that. I don't know. It's very difficult. Man, the camera just makes it look clean. I'm telling you, it's absolutely filthy. Maybe you can look on the windshield. I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see in the light there some bug splatter and stuff, so stuff in the mirror. The car is absolutely filthy. The wheels, you can tell because we were touching them. The wheels are a disaster, so we're going to clean all this, and I'll show you all the products and everything that I use. So we're going to go through all this stuff, and I'm going to kind of show you what my magic is here, and a lot of this is pretty much from Obsessed Garage. Matt Moorman took a lot of time and a lot of research to figuring out which products work well, and he really did a good job because my cars always look phenomenal. So anyway, we're gonna go through it. So this is an easy detail brush. They sell these at They sell all this stuff at ObsessedGarage.com except probably this, which this I just picked up because I was in a pinch. Usually I have the Obsessed Garage thing, which looks the same. Anyway, this is an easy detail brush. This is pretty abrasive, so I try not to use it that much, but I only really use it to get behind the front calipers because they're super tight. This is the other brush. I think this is like, Incredibrush XL or something. I don't know. They sell this. This is a great thing for cleaning the barrels. And when you have new wheels or like, you have a new car with fresh wheels, if you let it go, you're never going to get it back. So always try to maintain. This is for scrubbing the tires. It gets them nice and clean. Another thing from Obsessed Garage. I don't remember what this is called. Maybe it's a Tough Shine tire brush. This is a lambskin wool mitt. This thing makes cleaning the wheels. You get in everywhere with your hands. It's great. And then this is what you use. This is P&S Brake Buster. Phenomenal product. It just gets everything off. It's not really crazy corrosive. It's just good. Now let's get into cleaning the paint. So that's all just for the wheels. Cleaning the paint. So we'll start with, say I was just stripping it down. I wanted to start completely over. We would use Obsessed Garage Decon soap. This is like very, very basic, and it pulls off all of the other stuff that I use because I don't use ceramic coating because here in New York they don't really work too well. They tend to fail. So I would use that, and then for stuff that was really bad, eraser. This is basically like alcohol. It works really well. What's actually on the car right now? So there's a layer of PowerLock Plus. This is a polymer paint sealant. This goes on first. And then on top of that, there's a layer that actually, I think there's only one layer of this right now. Usually I would do two, but this is very, very good. Another very good product. And then this is kind of a sacrificial layer on top of this, which on top of that, and this gets it super smooth and slick and nice, but when you add this, P&S Bead Maker, this is the topper. This is like the best thing ever. Works very well. Now aside from that, just for washing the car, we use, I I have a bunch of different soaps. I've tried a lot. This one, though, Matt's not wrong. This is a really, really great soap. I tend to use a very high concentration of it just because I like how slick it is, and I don't have all the same setup that he does, so I'm not able to foam the car, so I tend to have a lot more residual crap in the pad, the credit pad. Yeah, anyway, and then this is just what I'm using. Ironically, I usually use the Obsessed Garage tire dressing, but this looks exactly like it, and honestly, it functions almost exactly the same. And I bought it at, I don't know, AutoZone or something, because I was in a pinch one day. I bring a bucket, because I'm not letting that thing touch my car. And then this is just full of all different towels. I'm not going to go through all of them, but they all have a specific purpose, and they're all from Obsessed Garage. And yeah, that's how we keep and maintain the car. We keep it looking good, and yeah, so I'll kind of show you when we go through it. I'll take you through it kind of step by step. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but we'll pick it back up in a minute. I just got to start getting to work here. All right, this is going to make this take 100 times longer if I show you every step, and I'm just realizing that, but I kind of want to show this, so if you can see, let me zoom it in. If you can see how the water is kind of like just beading up and running off like that, that's what you want to see. Even though it's super dirty, it means that all the shit I have on there is still working. The hood's not really a good thing because it's hot, so water's going to run off, but anyway. Oh yeah, you can really see it there. So it means that it's still functional coating. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spend a bit of time here, and probably, like, not exaggerating, on the timer it'll probably be like 5 to 7 minutes just going around with high pressure and blasting the car, because the stuff is slick. Most of the dirt blasts off, so that I'm cleaning like a clean surface essentially. So we're going to do that, and then I'll show you what the next thing is with the wheels. Alright, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This is brake buster. I'm just going to spray it all over the face of the wheel, into the barrel, and saturate everything. I hope I have enough in here. Do the caliper, make sure you get everywhere. And honestly, I want to do a lot on the first wheel, because then the tools get saturated with it. It makes it much easier. So I'm going to show you sort of what you do. I'm not going to go all the way through the whole thing and show you, but you want to get in everywhere with this. It makes it amazing, and then you clean the wheel. And then you'll come back with this, and you'll get into the barrel and just agitate all the brake dust. And then you come back with this right on here and just kind of scrub the dirt off the tire and get it ready to accept the tire dressing. So I'm going to do that on all 4 wheels, and I'll come back and show you the next step. Alright, wheels are done. Clean the calipers. It's really marketable improvement, although it's hard to tell because the wheels are still wet, but you shall see relatively soon. Now we're going to get to work on the paint. So what I've done here, I have a bucket, I have 2 of these Rag Company ones, and then I have an Incredipad XL. The Rag Company ones I didn't get from Obsessed Garage. I saw those in a store and just bought them to use to clean the really, really dirty parts of the car. The black one's for the black trim. This is for the dirty parts near like the front wheels, and then this is for like all the paint that's not too bad. And what I'm going to do is just put a bunch of this shit in there, mix it up, and then I'll show you what I'm doing on the paint. So I just thought of something interesting that nobody ever really talks about, like how much soap do you actually put in the fucking bucket? Well, I was thinking about an answer, and really it's till it feels slick enough. And how do you know when it's slick enough? You just know by experience washing the car. And I like it super slick. That way it just slides and I'm not pressing into the paint. So, let me kind of show you what I'm doing here. Let me just put this. And I guess I'll start with the trunk, because usually you start on the roof, but it's too hard for me to hold the camera that high and be weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this, and I want to have it like super slippy. And I just want to grab a bunch of it, kind of let a little bit of water drain out, but I want it to stay, super slick with soap. And then just throw it on, and you're just pushing it around. You're not pressing into it, you're just pushing it around. You don't want to grind into the paint, anything like that. And then I flip it over, and I'm gonna go to do this window, because the back part's the dirtiest part of the car, usually, on this car at least, and I don't want to fill my pad up with shit right in the beginning and then rub all that shit into the rest of my paint. And I know for all you pro level detailers, you know, multiple buckets, or if you're doing single bucket, use multiple, you know, a bunch of different towels, and I do that. You know, if this thing really starts getting caked up and I feel like I'm going to risk scratching the paint, you know, I'm using a single towel, or, you know, just putting 3 or 4 of the towels, you know, in the not in the basket, in the fucking bucket, in the 3 or 4 of the towels in the bucket, and just let it go. And like what I'm doing with the glass here, like you said, don't grind in. You can grind into the glass. You're not gonna scratch the glass with a fucking pad. You know, usually you'd start top, work your way down. You don't want to be going up because there's more dirt at the bottom of the car usually. So top to bottom. And what I'm gonna do is, you know, put this back in here, try to go like that and clean any crap that's in it out of it. And I'm just gonna do the whole car like that. All right, there we are. As you can see, whole car done. I went around and just lightly massaged. This is about what's left in the bucket. Pretty much used all of it, and wanted to show you something. If you're not aware, if you drop something onto the ground, leave it, because underneath this is just all mud. You do not want to put that into your paint. That's a nightmare. If you ever drop a towel, anything, if you drop it on the ground, it's going to go back in your paint. Ditch it. I'm going to power wash the shit out of this, and then I'm going to dry it, and then I'm going to bead maker it, and then we're getting the fuck out of here. Alright, so hopefully this comes across on camera. And even though it's super wet, I can already tell this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this thing, which is probably not optimal, but again, I don't have the optimal setup, so we're gonna blast some air onto the car and get it much drier, and then we'll do the bead maker. So the car is relatively dry, you know. There's a little bit like here. Yeah, I'm not too concerned with a little bit of water like that, but for the most part, you know, I'd say it's about 85% dry. And you can see, I mean, I hope you can see. I mean, it always looks clean on the camera, but there's a noticeable difference. It's so much more shiny, and I kind of want to show you something too. So like, you know, after I wash, I got this. You know, you see there's like a little bit of bug splatter left over. You know, rather than grind into the paint with the pad and potentially scratch it, you know, I got something like that. Okay. Just come over here. I'll grab one of these towels, the yellow ones. These are Chemical Guys towels. They're not Rag Company, and I pretty much use them just for this because they're super soft. And I'll just go in here, grab a little bit of soap, the leftover soapy water. I don't want to use a dirty pad, right? And now I got this thing's wet. It's super lubricated, and I'll just come over here, and I'll go. Give it a little bit of love, and look at that. It's gone. Right, and I'll see if there's any more. No, I think we're pretty damn good, honestly. Now we're done with this, I think, but for now I'll just set it here. And that was really all I saw left over. So for the bead maker, you know, this is the best part. My favorite part. We're gonna cover the car in this. This product is phenomenal. So, hold on. I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to grab 2 of these orange towels. I don't remember if Matt says the orange ones are the best ones for this process. I think it might be the gray ones that he used, but I'm an idiot and I forgot to wash the gray ones, so we'll take 2 orange. Now you need 1 for the initial wipe and 1 for the second wipe. Alright, update time. This is done. Oh, I'm just going to dry off the wheels. I air dried them. I'm not going to start that thing up again. It's so loud and annoying. I'm going to use just a shitty towel, dry off the wheels, and then I'm going to do the tire dressing. But damn, I got my magnets on for the rally tomorrow. Put them on now while the car's clean. Magnets are clean, so nothing gets behind them and scratches. But damn, I mean the feeling, that feeling, it's so smooth. It's just crazy. Once you feel it, it'll change your life. I mean, I'm sure it looks clean, but... mirror. Yeah. So let me just finish up the wheels and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Alright, final step, tire dressing. So with this, I just take this thing, spray some onto here. I don't like to spray it directly onto the tire. And then we just spread it around nice and evenly. Nice and evenly. And you'll see it's going to be kind of glossy, but as you spread it around, it gets to like a nice matte finish, which I really like. I don't like super shiny wheels. Might use a little too much, but whatever. It'll dry by the time I'm out of here because I got an extra task to do. So I'm going to do the other 4 wheels and it's going to be it. Alright, that's it. Car is done. Looking super duper clean. I mean, this is what you get when you pay that much attention and you use all the right products. Just want to kind of give you guys a little bit of a reference here for time. So it's 1:30 in the morning right now. 1:30 in the morning. I got to be in Queens or something at 9. So I got to go home and get some sleep. I had a bit of an issue, almost catastrophic. So the other thing that I had to do was, and I'll show you. So the studs, I think the studs were creaking and making clicking noises, and I wanted to get them out and put the wheel bolts back in, the lug nut or lugs, whatever. And as you can see here, there are only 3 of them in there, and the other 2 studs are still in. I was trying to loosen that one down there, and I have a mishmash of tools I'm using, and my 3/8 inch or 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch drive adapter that I was using for the 17 mil I have fucking snapped, and I had both my torque wrench and my breaker bar 1/2 inch drive. So tomorrow morning, Home Depot opens at 7 a.m. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna buy another breaker bar, a longer one. I'm gonna buy a 1/2 inch drive, another 2 3/8 inch drive adapter, or actually I'll just buy 1 adapter. And then I'm gonna buy 1/2 inch drive sockets for 17 mil, and I'm gonna buy an impact gun, and I'm gonna try to zip these fucking things out right in the parking lot there as fast as I can, and then hit the road and get to Queens. Hopefully I can make it, and hopefully that makes this ticking stop. But you know, all looks great. I'm happy. I'm just super tired, so I'm gonna head home. All right, we'll do a little 50 roll here. No cars coming. Downshift. Whoa. Damn, dude. I felt fast. It's 51 out. It's like perfect air. The car's clean, so it's extra aerodynamic. Ooh, let's hope that's not a cop. Nope, not a cop. I don't think. I friggin' hope not. So I'd be like, what are you doing, boy? This car's just crazy in Sport Plus. It's so, it's like, I'm not gonna say edgy, but like, I mean, you push it and you get like instant torque. It's so great. Red light. Red light. Oh, camera's gonna die. Alright, well, we'll see you guys in the morning.